Oh, hi. I'm so glad you're here. I'm from Fisher's Fire Department, and my job is to teach you how to be safe.
In fourth grade, you're going to learn all about brain injuries and how to protect your brain from getting hurt. Today, we're going to learn how helmets can help you with that. At the end of this video, you'll have a chance to do a really fun experiment just to check out that what I'm telling you is true. And then you can visit our escape room. So, are you ready to get started? Let's go.
The Adventures of Superbrain, a helmet safety lesson for fourth graders. Here's some things I want you to think about. As you answer each question, I want you to write your answers down on your own piece of paper, or you can use a Google or a Word doc. If you need a second to get ready, go ahead and hit pause, and you can hit play again when you're all set. Here we go. Question 1. Why is it important to wear a helmet? Answer this question with 1 to 2 complete sentences. Remember, a complete sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with punctuation, and it has a subject and a verb. Hit play when you're ready. Question 2. What do you think holds people back from wearing helmets? List 3 or more reasons why someone knows that they need to wear a helmet, that a helmet is good for them, but they just don't want to wear it. Go ahead and hit pause and hit play again when you're ready. Question 3. Who do you see wearing helmets in the world? Maybe it's somebody for their job, or maybe it's somebody playing a sport or doing an activity to have fun. Try to list at least 5. Hit pause and hit play again when you're finished. Your amazing brain! Your brain is like a supercomputer. It controls everything in your body, your heartbeat, your thoughts, what you taste, everything, even reading this page. Let's take a peek inside. If you could unzip your head and look inside, here's what you'd see. Look at that. That's your brain. Isn't that cool? It's kind of gross, but also cool. Your brain is really fragile. That means it can get damaged easily. Your brain is protected by your skull. Your skull is a hard bone that surrounds your head. You know what skulls look like. You see them on display for Halloween and in the stores for Halloween decorations. That's your skull right there. Your brain is very soft and squishy. It's about the same consistency as Jell-O. See those cubes? It's supposed to be a video, but for some reason today the video doesn't want to play. But you know how squishy and wobbly Jell-O is. What if you were to poke your finger into one of those cubes? You could damage it really easily, right? Your brain is the same way. In fact, your brain is so soft that it can get hurt just by bumping into your skull. So to keep it safe, it floats around in your brain, in your skull, inside of a sack of fluid. See that black line around the brain there? That's your fluid. It's called cerebral spinal fluid. So check out this brain map. What do you notice? Go ahead and hit pause and study the map. And when you're ready, hit play. Different parts of your brain control different functions in your body. Which part controls your thoughts? Which part controls how your body moves? Look at the back of your head there. If you were to bump the back of your head really hard, see, that's what the part of your brain that controls your heartbeat. Maybe if you hit it hard enough from falling off of a horse or getting tackled in a sport, your heart could stop beating. In fact, if you hurt a specific part of your brain, it affects that function. But you can lose control over another part too. All the parts of your brain work together to make your body work. So, why do people wear helmets? Well, some activities require extra brain protection. You know how you can break an arm or a leg? You can also break your skull. And if you break your skull, That can cause damage to your brain. So people wear helmets because they love what they do, and they want to keep doing it. Here's some examples of people that wear helmets. Sports players, racing. In fact, I learned from How Stuff Works that the head is probably the most vulnerable part of the human body during an accident. A helmet is designed to dissipate, that means spread out, energy over the entire helmet and prevent debris from puncturing it. Professionals. Check out these professionals that wear helmets. Hit pause and then you can hit play again when you're ready to move on. Regular people. Look at all those regular people doing regular fun activities and they're wearing their helmets. Of course, animals. Go ahead and hit pause and check these funny guys out, and you can hit play again when you're ready. So let's learn the truth about helmets. What is the big deal about helmets anyways? Let's look at these questions to find out. Have you ever wondered what's inside of a helmet? Helmets are made out of foam, covered in a protective shell. Inside there is padding to help it fit your head comfortably. There's also a strap to keep it on your head. If you hit your head, the materials in your helmet will spread out the force and energy of the impact. Remember that fancy word, dissipate? That reduces the force to your skull. Helmets are made differently for different activities. A bike helmet isn't going to work for playing football. A wrestling helmet isn't going to work for rock climbing or even for riding a motorcycle. Check out these helmets that have been cut in half and notice how they are the same and how they are different. At any time you can hit pause to study the pictures more carefully and hit play when you're ready to move on. Here's a NASCAR helmet. Here's a motorcycle helmet. Here are some hockey and football helmets. All those helmets are made differently depending on the force to the head during the sport that they're used for. What do you think about that? Hit pause and write down a sentence or two. Wear a helmet every time you use wheels, like your bike, your skateboard, your scooter, your roller skates. Every time you ride off-road vehicles like ATVs. Every time you play a contact sport. There's lots more contact sports out there that require a helmet. Can you think of one that I don't have pictured? The most important thing about a helmet is that you wear it every time. Do helmets work? Yes, they really do. Check out the watermelons. But a helmet will only protect your brain if it's the right kind for the activity you're doing, it's the right size for your head, it's worn the right way, and it's worn every time. Helmets protect the brain, but what if you don't wear one? What can happen if you don't wear a helmet? Let's look at the brain map to help you answer that question. Think about all the different things that could go wrong if you were not wearing a helmet. Write down a sentence or two. Hit pause, and when you're ready, hit play. Not wearing a helmet results in brain injury. Brain injury is damage to your brain. Your brain doesn't heal like the rest of your body. A broken bone or a cut or a bruise, they heal in a few weeks, sometimes even a few days. But brain injuries can take a long time to heal, months or years, and sometimes they don't heal at all. Here's some examples of brain injuries. A concussion, which is a bruise on your brain caused when your brain hits the inside of your skull. Not being able to speak, not being able to see, not being able to hear. A lot of people with brain injuries report having frequent headaches, really bad headaches, like migraines or worse. Being paralyzed, not being able to move your arms, your legs, your fingers, your toes. Having seizures, not being able to remember things like your friends' names. Wouldn't that be terrible? Having frequent mood swings, feeling anxious or depressed. Not being able to hang out with your friends, or never being able to get your driver's license. Wouldn't that be terrible? Say what? Let's be honest. People know helmets are good for the brain, so why doesn't everyone wear one? All right now, tell me the truth. Why don't you wear one every time that you're riding your wheels or playing a contact sport or using a vehicle like an ATV? I know you have some excuses. Everyone does. Want to hear some of our favorite lame excuses? Warning, you must read these in a dramatic teenager voice, otherwise they're not nearly as lame. It will mess up my hair. It is too ugly. My friend doesn't wear one. It's too hot. Well, I'm really good at fill in the blank. Riding my bike, playing football, playing hockey, jumping my horse. Well, I've never crashed before. I'm too cool to be safe. You guys, these are lame excuses. None of these things is more important than protecting your brain. All right, it's experiment time. See what I did there? Experiment. In case you aren't convinced that helmets are important and that you should wear one every time, here's a fun experiment. But ask your parents' permission first. Can you guess what we're going to use to experiment with? You're going to need 2 uncooked eggs. They can be any kind of eggs, as long as they're not cooked. 1 styrofoam cup, that's going to be your helmet. Paper towels, that's going to be your padding. Plus, it's also going to clean up any messes. 2 zipper bags, like Ziploc baggies. Some place to work where you can make a mess without ruining the carpet. I bet your parents would like it if you would do this outside. What do you think will happen? Go ahead and get your piece of paper or your Google or your Word doc, and you're going to write down your hypothesis. What do you think is going to happen in this experiment when we drop an egg wearing a helmet and when we drop an egg not wearing a helmet? Hit pause and hit play again when you're ready. Hit pause to read these instructions on how to do the experiment. Hit play when you're ready. Write down what happened. Which egg had brain damage? Which egg probably survived? Was your hypothesis correct? Hit pause and hit play again when you're ready. Finally, dun da da da, you can visit the escape room. Can you find clues to escape the room? Use what you've learned about helmets to find out. To play, pull up this link and it'll take you to the escape room PowerPoint. I hope you learned a lot today. Thanks for visiting the Adventures of Superbrain. See you soon.